Good afternoon. I'm Christopher Allen, and the article I've chosen to discuss with you today is monitoring follicular dynamics using ultrasonography in captive brown bears during the breeding season. A few things that I'll be going over is the introduction, methodology, results, and conclusion. In 2017, brown bears were categorized as least concern when it comes to endangered animals. However, their subpopulations, such as the Himalayan brown bears and the Cantabrian brown bears, were at risk of being endangered due to the scattered habitats and illegal hunting. The purpose of this study is to establish an AI program for black bears by monitoring follicular dynamics in the ultrasonography during the breeding season. In this study, a total of 6 female Haduku brown bears were used, and they were housed at the Norabetsu Bear Park. Also, they were housed separately from the males, but bears 4 and 5 were in close proximity to the adult males. This was due to the observers to be able to see of any behavioral signs or any signs of estrus. In this experiment, the methodology used was transrectal ultrasonography in the evaluation of progesterone and estradiol concentration levels. The transrectal ultrasonography of the ovaries was performed under anesthesia, and all visible antral follicles in the corpus in the right and left ovaries were counted, as well as the diameter and the relative position of follicles, as well as corpus luteum in the ovaries were recorded. Evaluation of progesterone and estradiol levels were conducted by collecting blood samples. Concentration levels were determined using competitive double antibody enzyme immunoassays. From these tests, the levels were compared to the standard curve for their species to understand the actual level of the bears. The results from the experiment showed that in the early period of the breeding season, which was from May to mid-June, exhibited multiple follicular waves and many follicles developed. However, the largest follicles grew to less than 6 millimeters in diameter, then regressed, which meant no ovulation was able to happen. But in the late period of the breeding season, from mid-June to July, 1 or 2 follicles grew to greater than 6 millimeters in diameter and developed a dominant follicle, which meant that ovulation was able to happen. Also, the plasma estradiol concentrations increased and showed peaks from 5 to 7 days before the largest follicles reached their maximum size. Also, progesterone concentration increased on the day, and the corpus luteum could be detected using ultrasonography. In the 2 graphs above, it shows the progesterone and estradiol levels as it compares to the standard curve. And the standard curves are shown by the solid black circles, and the plasma samples of the progesterone and estradiol are shown by these open circles. In the images shown is a result from the ultrasonography of the ovaries of the brown bears, and it shows the comparison between ovaries from bear number 2 and bear number 4 of the ovary, as well as the corpus luteum, which is signified by the dashed line in the second image, and as well as the arrows around the corpus luteum in the third and fourth images. And it shows a comparison of the 2 samples that were tested. In conclusion, this is the first study that showed 2 patterns of follicular development in brown bears, but it resulted in a better understanding of follicular dynamics is needed and is essential for developing